What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Nash here. Welcome back to the channel. And for today's WWE news video, we got some heat for you guys today. I'm not so sure how I'm going to title the video because there are 5 things that we're going to be talking about today, including the latest on Hall of Famer Jim Ross, good old JR, possibly coming back to WWE. Wonder what that's about. And speaking of returns, apparently Shayna Baszler wants to go back to NXT herself. Wonder why? Who knows? Who knows? Another released WWE star planning to go back to WWE soon. Wonder who it could be. Gable Steveson's status. What is the current update on his time in WWE? And this first one that I'm going to be talking about, we got some breaking news. Unfortunately, former NXT UK commentator for NXT, NXT Level Up, Main Event, and 205 Live, Nigel McGuinness apparently is no longer with WWE. But before we get to the video, if you guys enjoyed this video and you guys want more WWE news videos in the future, which get posted every Thursday and sometimes on weekends, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and follow me on all of my social media. Links will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well if you guys want to send fan mail. So let's get straight into it. So Mike Johnson of PW Insider, big shout out, no copyrights as always, had noted that Nigel was released from WWE earlier last week. Earlier on last week, at that time, which ended a 6-year run with WWE. And for those who had never heard of the name Nigel McGuinness like I did, like myself prior to WWE, of course, he is a former. He competed in Ring of Honor and became their world champion on a few occasions, and he was originally supposed to have been brought into WWE to serve as the commentator for the WWE United Kingdom Championship tournament that took place in 2017 and in 2018 as well, and having have cut his teeth on the commentary team in Ring of Honor, he later on became a commentator for brands such as NXT UK, Main Event, 205 Live, NXT, and of course NXT Level Up, in which you guys know that that we now know who the new commentating teams are or will be for Raw, SmackDown, and for NXT. Obviously, Raw will now feature Kevin Patrick and Corey Graves. SmackDown will have Michael Cole and Wade Barrett. But here's the thing: with Pat McAfee, having dealing with the college football season, Wade Barrett will be on the SmackDown team until Pat McAfee returns, until the college season comes to a close, which I believe should be right around the time of WrestleMania, if I remember correctly, somewhere around there. So it'll be a while. But honestly, that's pretty awesome. But you guys wonder, wait a minute, who's taking Wade Barrett's place on the NXT commentating team? Well, that's the thing, because NXT will have Vic Joseph and Hall of Famer Booker T, which is going to be interesting. Which was interesting this past Tuesday on NXT, and already the teams had already been enforced, which is awesome. Now, you guys may have been asking yourself, wait a minute, aren't they gonna save Nigel McGuinness for NXT Europe? Who knows? All I know is that he apparently is no longer with WWE, and this news broke on the same week, which was last week, that WWE had let go of MMA personality Jimmy Smith, and that was when Jimmy Smith went on to social media, just dropped bombshells, literally just pipe bombs on pretty much a lot of the talent in WWE, including the undisputed Universal Champion Roman Reigns, saying some things that you might not would want to say on TV. By the way, shouts to Brisket for this lemonade. Not sponsored. Lemonade is awesome. Anyway, so honestly, this is kind of a... So this is a bit of a weird one because if you guys don't know, his history, Nigel's history with WWE actually stretched back to 2006 when WWE extended a contract offer to him while he was still wrestling, which is pretty crazy. But it was ultimately pulled when he failed to disclose a bicep injury, and although the WWE asked him to get surgery, you guys might not know about this, but Nigel McGuinness was not able to cover the bill, which led to the offer being pulled, if you will. So honestly, it's kind of hard to see a guy like Nigel McGuinness go, and the reason why it is because when you look at Nigel McGuinness and everything that he had done for professional wrestling, and I'll show off. Let's see. Nigel McGuinness. Here we are. Let's go to here. So with Nigel, he's had quite a few different names, different ring names in the wrestling world, including Desmond Wolf. You guys wondering, wait a minute, Desmond Wolf, what the fuck are you talking about? He competed in TNA, so that's what I was getting at. But to show off some of his championship accomplishments and what he had done in professional wrestling, he earned the award from the Baltimore Sun for Newcomer of the Year. He won the FIST, I don't know what that represents, world title. Actually, he became the first ever champion, actually. The Heartland Wrestling Association European title twice, 2 world titles, and 2 tag team titles, both with the Human Time Bomb, which I don't know who that is. He is a 2-time New Breed Wrestling, NBWA, New Breed Wrestling Association World Champion, a former One Pro Wrestling Open Weight Champion. He was ranked 6th in the top 500 singles wrestlers in the Pro Wrestling Illustrated 500 in 2009, which is pretty awesome. He's a former Ring of Honor Pure Champion and a former Ring of Honor World Champion, and he also won the TNA World Tag Team Championship Number 1 Contenders Tournament in 2010 with Magnus, and he also won the King of Europe Cup in 2007. So he's had a few victories under his belt, if you will, but But the way I see it, honestly, I think with Nigel leaving WWE is kind of sad because he was an awesome commentator. Everybody knows when it came to him being on commentary, he was incredible. He did amazing. He did so amazing that he used that platform. And my brother just texted me. Hang on, guys. Sorry, guys. My brother texted me. There we go. Anyway, he was basically NXT's version of JBL, where he'll say something about the heels. Excuse me, but will get the baby faces over with the fans, which is incredible. But as far as him coming back to WWE, it is pretty imminent that he might come back with the announcement of NXT Europe. So it's possible we could see him come back along with Andy Shepherd, but only time will tell. Only time will tell. But shoutouts to Nigel McGuinness, hell of a commentator. We'll see. We will see what happens. But we do got to talk about the two possible returns for good old JR Jim Ross and another superstar. But you guys are wondering, who is that other superstar? It's the last person you would expect. Former NXT champion and former Raw Tag Team champion Bo Dallas. But you guys are wondering, wait a minute, Bo Dallas? Who the fuck is he? So, if you guys do not know who Bo Dallas is, he's the guy who I believe in 2012 eliminated Wade Barrett from the 2013. Sorry, 2013. He's the guy who in 2013 eliminated Wade Barrett from the Royal Rumble match. If you guys did not watch that match, I believe it's on WWE's YouTube page. If you just type in Royal Rumble 2013, it should still be there. But yeah. So obviously, you guys know that there have been a fuck ton of talent that got released over the course of the last 2 years, not just because of the COVID-19 pandemic, but also because of budget cuts. Obviously, we all know. And one of them was actually Bo Dallas. He got released during the I guess the Performance Center era in WWE, and apparently with Bray Wyatt's return back to WWE this past Saturday at Extreme Rules, rumor has it that now Bo Dallas is planning a return. But you guys are wondering, wait a minute, Bo Dallas, what the hell? So you guys might not know about this, but Bray Wyatt and Bo Dallas, they're brothers. Yeah, I didn't notice it myself until I did a little research. They are brothers, and their father is former WWE Tag Team Champion Erwin R. Shyster, IRS. And if you guys had not seen IRS in action, y'all might want to watch WrestleMania 9 on Peacock. And you'll understand why. But anyway, apparently Bray Wyatt is forming his his own faction called Wyatt 6, which we don't know what that's about. We have no idea. This led to a lot of rumors and speculations that Bray's actual brother Bo Dallas, real life brother Bo Dallas, is planning to come back to WWE and be a part of the Wyatt 6 faction. But they're not the only. But apparently he's not the only one. Apparently NXT stars Joe Gacy and Grayson Waller had been teased after the show that they played a role in two of the characters that showed up for Bray Wyatt's return. But the question is, which ones? Personally, I'm under the impression that it might have been that Joe Gacy might have played Huskus the Pig, and what's the other one? Can't think of it now. Mercy the Buzzard. I'm under the impression that it was Mercy the Buzzard and Huskus Pig that Gacy and Waller played, but who knows? Who knows what can happen? But honestly, it's weird to say whether or not we will see Bo Dallas back in WWE. But if he does come back, this would be that would be very interesting to say the very least. But we do gotta shift gears because JR is another one that has been talking about wanting to come back to WWE. So you guys know that JR had been the voice of wrestling for more than 5 decades, for almost 5 decades, and if you guys are big fans of AEW, and apparently you guys know that he calls the action every week on AEW Rampage, and he signed with AEW back in April of 2019, and have been a part of the promotion's massive growth, especially growth in talent, growth in fan base. You guys know. Obviously, I wouldn't because I don't watch AEW, but he had done commentary for both Rampage and Dynamite since his signing in April 2019, and other than that, he also has his own podcast, which is called Growing JR, which I don't know what that's about. He took fan questions on his podcast, and he was asked if there was a possibility that he could go back to WWE. He said, quote, "I'm a businessman and I'm very happy to be in the business with the company that I'm doing it with. I told Tony Khan that I'd like to finish my full-time career at AEW. Maybe it's coming and it's coming in and doing a pay-per-view. Maybe it's coming in at a special like Battle of the Belts or the pay-per-views. Like I said, it's something that would be interesting to do." And even at his age, he can still pull it off. At 70 years old, even at 70 years old, the dude can still pull it off. He said that he's mindful of what he wants to contribute to the business. He said, quote, "It's hard to sort of position yourself there because the last thing I want to do is get another full-time job. I don't want to be on the road every week at that stage of my life. I want to fulfill this contract as great as I can and earn my keep and stay where I'm at until it's time to move on. I don't know about another job. Would I want to do another full-time job at AEW or WWE or anywhere else? Probably not." So obviously, it's obvious that he doesn't want to work be in WWE full time. Maybe do ooh, excuse me. I'm trying to belch it out, but I can't. So it's possible that if his contract does expire with AEW, which again I don't watch, this is just from what I've been reading on on social media, it's a possibility that it's a possibility that even if he did get re-signed to WWE, he would only show up possibly for the premium live events, which is a possibility, but who knows? Honestly, I think I think I think he's fine where he's at. There's no way he would come back to WWE, especially at this stage. There's no way, no shot. Even if he did come back again, he would only be a part of he would only be a part of the WWE, working the premium live event kickoff shows, in which case it's like twice a month, three times a month, depending on what goes on. So it might not be too bad, but who knows? I think he's fine where he's at, in my opinion. But we do gotta move on to the recent update on Gable Steveson's WWE status. What is going on with him now? So apparently, so you guys know that he had been drafted to Monday Night Raw sometime last year, and we still don't know if he's ever gonna come to WWE. So, but for those who don't know, the report from ESPN's Mike Coppinger, probably butchered that name. Big shout out, no copyrights as always. He had spoke to Gable Steveson about all this, and he was talking about how I guess how sometime last month he underwent heart surgery to treat Wolff Parkinson White syndrome, which I have no idea what the hell that is. He had learned his condition prior to representing the U.S. at the 2020 Summer Games. Although he opted against going under the knife at the time, with the WWE medical team guiding him through the process, again, having WWE guide him through everything, it's awesome. You know that's what WWE is all about. It's all about giving the best to, not just to the talent, but also to the fans as well, giving the fans the best entertainment possible, while also taking care of the talent as well, which is awesome. Obviously, with obviously Steveson had kept delaying his time, his training at the Performance Center. Now obviously now he's in the system, I guess, and he told ESPN, saying quote, "We're just excited to get this journey started. It's been a long road to get to this point. I feel that I'm capable of being in that top spot, and I feel that I'm capable of handling that position in the right way. I'm a competitor. I'm an entertainer. I can do things that a lot of other big guys can't. I look forward to putting that on display, and sooner or later taking over that top spot and being the guy that people want to see." Honestly, him finally going, being, training at the Performance Center, I think is awesome. It's awesome that he's finally going to be training at the PC with the talent that's there. With guys like Josh Briggs, guys like Grayson Waller, women like Mandy Rose, JC Jane, guys like and of course too, guys like Triple H and Shawn Michaels. Training under them is incredible, but who knows exactly when he'll be in WWE full time. It's a possibility we could see him compete in the Men's Royal Rumble match in 2023, which is a possibility, but only time will tell. But we do now have to shift gears to the last topic, and apparently Shayna Baszler teasing an NXT return. Now, obviously ever since the turn of this year, we have seen so many talent from the main roster jump ship over to NXT and work a few matches. Some of them include AJ Styles, Dolph Ziggler, Robert Roode, Natalya, the Viking Raiders, and Apollo Crews, and even also Ricochet as well, who competed at Worlds Collide, challenging for the North American title. Now, of course, too, within the last couple weeks, the Brawling Brutes had also showed up as well, Butch and Ridge Holland. Now, obviously, with the ongoing conflict of between Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez, we found out that Roxanne Perez has chosen apparently has chosen Cora's opponent from SmackDown, and of course, or actually Roxanne chose Cora's opponent from Raw. Sorry. I guess I can't speak, guys. I guess I can't speak. Cora Jade chose Roxanne's opponent from Raw. Roxanne chose Cora's opponent from SmackDown. Finally got that figured out. I guess for some reason, Cora went into is in the direction of former NXT Women's Champion Shayna Baszler, but the thing is that she's on SmackDown. Excuse me. But she went onto social media, reaching out to Shayna, saying hi Shayna, do you want to talk business? And Shayna replied saying, I do have some open freelance spots on my calendar coming up. So I don't know. It's hard to say whether or not she'll be back in WWE not in WWE, back in NXT full time, but only time will tell. Who knows? But honestly, as far as this rivalry between Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez, I'm very curious as to who Cora and Roxanne had chose for one another's opponents, because Cora said it best that she was gonna go to Raw, Roxanne was gonna go to SmackDown. So who knows? But I will say this. But I will say this: no matter who, what the hell? Sorry guys, I'm looking up something on Instagram. Hang on. Alright, anyway, honestly, I don't know. I'm not gonna count out, Shayna Baszler coming back to WWE. But we know that when, that if Cora Jade just does pick Shayna Baszler, we know that Shayna Baszler is gonna use the joint manipulation to literally rip out Roxanne's arm, and it's not going to be pretty. So we will see what happens. But this brings me to the question of the day: who do you guys want to see Gable Steveson compete in the ring against first? Let me know down in the comments below. And that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel, you guys want more WWE news videos, which get posted every Thursday and sometimes on weekends, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and follow me on all my social media. Links will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.